going on, everyone? It's Adam here from the Cruiser Company, and today we have another new product walk around for you. This is obviously the narrow body 70 series bull bar. We've actually been asked a lot about this bar when it's coming out. Seems to be a fair few of you that want to ditch your old bars on these things and actually get something fresh that looks really good. Again, this really just follows our design philosophy that we want to do, which is make a bar that just works on the car, has the right proportions, is nice and tucked in, but is also super strong at the same time. As with every single product of ours, the most important thing is that it is 100% Australian made. It's built fully here in Victoria in our own factory. Comes in as flat bit of steel, leaves like that. We do all the powder coating, absolutely everything, which is really awesome. So if you've seen any of our other bars, this one is actually sort of a slightly different design. It's designed to suit the older style cars. So you might notice that the way that the bar sits on all the new cars, you need to be really close into them because they've got tons of just body panels and stuff hanging off everywhere. Whereas if you do that with the 70, it doesn't quite look right. So this actually is a different design when it comes to all the wings and everything. And I think it actually just works really well with the 70, and as I said at the start, that's the whole point of our bull bars, that we just want them to work well. I think we've done a really good job of bringing the classic style vibes, whatever, and bringing it to a modern bull bar, so it doesn't look too modern. Like, it obviously is a new design bar, but I really like it. And this troopy that it's on, this is a very basic troop carrier. Obviously it's on the skinnies. I don't even know if it has a lift. Does it have a lift? A 1-inch lift or something like that. It's nothing crazy and it looks really awesome. Just really error correct. So let me know what you think in the comments below, but I absolutely love this. You see people trying to get fancy with all angry eyes and stuff, and it's just not what these cars are. All right, so let's touch on the materials that this is built out of. If you don't know who we are, we build some really awesome rear bars and have been building rear bars for these cars and plenty of other cars for many years now. And what we do with them is we do complete 5mm steel construction and 10mm mounting plates. And that's exactly what we've done with our bull bars. We just find that the 5mm steel is just a superior product over something like 3mm. It's stronger, it's still very easy to work with, but because it's stronger, we don't have to get fancy with all this bracing, which also adds more weight, and we can do the designs that we want because it's just fundamentally a stronger material. So all this is 5mm, that's 5mm, but then we've got 10mm mounting plates down here with the big eyelets. Yeah, there pretty much is no weak point on this bar. Then we've got our tube. This is what's commonly referred to as fat tube. So this is 60.3mm tube, but this tube has a 3.9mm wall, which is a really thick wall, making this tube super, super strong. That's obviously links the whole bar together because it is one piece. So one single bit of tube gets put through our CNC bender and it comes out like that and then gets welded into the bar. So this whole thing is linked with one bit of steel that is going to be very hard to bend. What that does, it strengthens the wings even more because it essentially acts as a brace, because if you hit it there, it's going to have to bend this from all the way over there, and plus it's all welded everywhere. Like, makes it incredibly strong. These uprights, they go straight down to the chassis. This is one bit of steel that goes all the way down to where it mounts. Again, just adding to that strength. Up the top here, we've got 2 aerial tabs. Each tab has 2 aerial spots, so there's actually 4 aerial mounting points. Running the GME combo here looks really good. Also Australian company, which is great. Then below it, we're just running the Steady Evos. These are 8.5 inch, I think, but they're actually a little bit smaller than most common ones. But you'll easily be able to fit a 9-inch spotty in there, no worries. Plenty of depth and plenty of space around to actually still get airflow into your radiators. And if you turbo these things, obviously you're gonna have intercoolers and things like that. Then down below it, it is low mount winch compatible. Plenty of room in there. There's a big opening here to get to your winch, get to your free spool, because winches are actually very awkward when it comes to bull bars because you need to have the big opening to get to them. Whereas this bar just gives you, it's plenty of room. You could fit a big winch in there, there's no worries. So the mounting for these bull bars, this is probably the easiest car ever to put a bull bar on. So you've got these 2 bolts here, then there's 2 bolts there, and there's a big bolt that goes up from the bottom. It's very solid, locks it in place. The 70s are extremely easy to mount to, so we just utilize every bolt hole that there is. So I just wanted to touch on the lights that we have here. If you didn't know, any hoop, no matter where it is, if you have a hoop, you have to have an indicator in the bar. So this is an ADR approved indicator from Road Vision. I went with the clear style because it just looked better than having an orange blob on the front of your bar. And then we've got these Road Vision accessory lights. These are actually really good lights. They put out a ton of light, and I think personally they look really good, especially on the 70 series. Then another thing that we can touch on is the powder coat. So what you're looking at here is satin black powder coat. This is our standard color that we do. Honestly, it is my favorite color. It suits basically every single car out there. It's still got that glossy look. It is very, very durable. There's definitely a big difference between bad powder coat and good powder coat. We've put a ton of work into our powder coating. We built our whole setup. We built our own oven to bake the powder in. It's a pretty wild setup. If you haven't seen any of that, go check out our socials because it's all over there. But yeah, this is a very durable powder coat. It's gonna last. And honestly, I think the satin black is just always the way to go. I think it looks great. You can find all the info of this on the website. It's linked down below. The pricing is all in there too. It's just on par with everything else on the market, and it's actually extremely well priced for a fully Australian made product, especially one that is built as tough as this and is actually going to last. That's pretty much it. Leave your comments down below of what you think of this bar. I actually really love it, and I'm stoked that we can bring new bars to the older cars. So thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.